It's been a very weird day of recording. We're on chunk 3 now. So we're not doing example 3 yet. I'm not sure if we're going to get to it or not. There's supposed to be example 4 right here, and it disappeared. If you saw the end of the last video, you saw it said loading. Well, it loaded to nothingness, and I've been trying to get it back, but it won't, so we're going to skip it. The concept is pretty straightforward. It's actually what we skipped was the same formula, but just the x values. It's really straightforward on the homework when we're looking at it. If you have questions, as always, contact me, but I'm very confident that you can work it without that. So midpoint of a segment in a coordinate plane. So this looks really complicated. It's simple. For once, don't worry about the picture. Don't worry about the picture. Don't think about it. I mean, I'm going to leave it there so you can look at the picture, so you can think about it, but you don't need to. So what we're saying is this. This is how you find the midpoint of one dimension. So going left and right is we got to find the midpoint. So how do you find the median of an even number? How do you find the median of two numbers? So we have two. So earlier, right, we used our example 1 and 3, right? So how do we find the number that's in between? We're going to do 1 plus 3 equals 4. And then we want to find what's in the middle of that. We're going to divide by 2. And boom, we get 2. That's all we're doing. This is really straightforward. So this is midpoint of one dimension. This is midpoint of another dimension. Together, it makes coordinates because, well, we're on a coordinate plane. We have to know our points. So the endpoints of RS are R is 1, negative 3, and S is 4, 2. So we're just going to use the formula. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, 2 plus negative 3. It's addition. The order doesn't matter. And we simplify it. 1 plus 4 is 5 over 2. 2 minus negative 3 is negative 1 over 2. And that's our final answer. That's it. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. I don't know. Maybe it's fancy, maybe it's cute. I don't know. My grandpa says that a lot. But what I do know is that's the answer. That's our midpoint. It's really easy. No sweat. And boom, that's exactly what they did. They did it in 1 step. I did it in 2. Check. Give me a sec. What they're doing here is they're applying the distance formula to RM. So they're using the distance formula. To double check their answer. You can do that if you'd like. Normally I'm a proponent of checking the answer, but I fervently believe that you're way more likely to mess up using the distance formula than you are messing up the midpoint formula. Let's use the distance formula check. Okay, so part B, let x and y be coordinates of endpoint K. This is K. Use the formula for midpoint. That's x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2, parentheses. All right, so that's the formula we're using. So we're using it. We're going to find out what K is by using these 2 points. So they're going to use some algebra. 1 plus x equals 2 over 2. Multiply both sides by 2. So 1 plus x equals 4 minus 1, x equals 3. You do the same thing for the y. But let's think about this a different way. There's another way to think about this. If this is 1 to 2, what is our distance here? We have a distance of 1 on our x values. Well, let's do it in blue. They used blue. Our distance is 1. So what's our distance going to be here? 1. What is 2 plus 1? 3. What's our distance here? It's a change of 3. So what's our distance going to be here? Change of 3. So what's 1 minus 3? Negative 2. So you can think of it, you can use algebra, or you can think of the positions. So there are times where maybe you have a fraction or a square root, and it's really hard to do that. So of course you can rely on your algebra, but I want to show you that there's a way to think about it without having to do the maths. Okay, these are the end of the examples. The homework is already on Big Ideas Math. I have not made the assignment yet for you to submit the work from your composition book. Remember, I'm going to have a follow-up video with the monitoring progress. Remember, I'm also going to have notes, copy of the notes. All right, if you have any questions, as always, contact me. Cal Folks out. Peace.